Hi, this is Michael Strahan with outdoorsdirectory.com, and you're watching part one of a two-part series on Kodiak Island. And what we did is Tom and I went down to Kodiak in the summer of 2012 and spent a week fishing on the road system, going out on some charter boat trips. We ended up taking an ATV trip across the island over to the Saltry River, where we fished for reds, silvers. We had some pinks in there, and the river was just chock full of dollies. We also saw a couple of brown bears when we were over there, and we got video of the whole thing. In addition to that, we hooked up with a forum member, and he took us out for a day of lingcod fishing, and we just had a great time with him. So we captured all of that on video, and we also photographed the whole trip as well. So when we got back, we realized we had way too much material to push out in one single podcast. So what we decided to do was separate all the video into part one, which is what you're watching right now, and then part two is more designed as sort of a travelogue. So if somebody wanted to do the same trip that we did or parts of that trip, you'd have all the information you need right there on the video. So go ahead and enjoy part one, but if you're interested in doing a trip to Kodiak Island, definitely take a look at part two as well. In addition to what you're going to get on part two, I also recommend that you take a look at outdoorsdirectory.com, go to our regions pages, and you want to go to Region 2 West, and that's the Kodiak Afognak Island group. There's tons of information there about hunting and fishing on Kodiak Island. So if you're interested in going down there, even for a day or a couple of day trip or a week like we did, you'll find most of the information you need there. Now, to find a commercial operator, either a place to stay or a charter boat operator or anything like that, you can go into our directory at outdoorsdirectory.com, and you can do a search by location or by business name. So if you're looking for somebody to hunt and fish with down on Kodiak, definitely take a look at our directory. Meanwhile, enjoy the video and be sure to check out part two. there, Thomas? Well, we're in Whale Pass, and I think Tom has found that the whale was passing while he was jigging.
Big halibut.
Nice.
First big one. This was nice.
Hi, I'm over here in Kodiak with my friend Tom, and he just flew in from North Carolina yesterday, and we're down here goofing off, and we did a little bit of fishing today. Tried to do some filming, but we didn't get it all done, and so we're going to show you some highlights in just a few minutes. But we had a great time out there today. Fishing for halibut, lingcod, rockfish, and salmon. It was really an everything trip. It was pretty amazing. And Tom did pretty good on halibut. Why don't you tell him a little bit about what happened down there?
Well, we got in real quick. We flew in on the first flight this morning. Our guide picked us up, and we went right out. Jumped in going after some kings right away. Caught a nice, about 25-pounder, I guess.
Yeah, that was a pretty good fish.
And then did that, and we moved off, and tides were changing, and we went after some link cod, caught a couple of real nice good size keepers, and did that for a little while. Was catching some what was it, rockfish?
Yep, black rockfish and some duskies and even a yellow eye too.
And then from there we moved, that was only probably 20 minutes out the harbor, and then we probably moved about another 45 minutes down a pass and started fishing for halibut, and did really well. Caught a nice, probably about 75-pounder, some small ones, and a couple nice keepers, and we had one heck of a day, I'll tell you. First day, and it's going to be hard to beat tomorrow, but we'll see how things play out.
All right, let's go check it out.
All right.
So anyway, if you're interested in coming to Kodiak, you'll be really surprised at the fishing opportunities down here. It's a great town to be at in the summertime. There's lots to do. There's some great restaurants right in the waterfront area, great places to stay. Everything's within walking distance if you stay right in Kodiak City. And of course, if you don't want to stay in Kodiak City, there's a lot of lodges and places to stay around the island. And so we won't be doing any of that on this trip, but there are tons of things to do here, and during the summertime it's just absolutely fantastic. What we're going to do tomorrow is we're going to get out and do some more filming. We're going to be out fishing probably in the Whale Pass area. We're going to go for halibut, lingcod, rockfish, pretty much anything we can catch. So hopefully we'll get a nice yellow eye. We'll get some good underwater footage to show you guys, and you can get an idea of what Kodiak's all about.
Got a herring.
Is it a trophy?
It's a wall mounter.
You're going to eat it, aren't you?
No, this is for you.
Oh.
We're catching our bait.
Oh, there we go.
That's got to be a world record. Big halibut. That's all right. I'm just giving you a hard time.
What's going on, Tom?
Well, we're headed up the American.
All right.
We're riding with our guide, Sean. We're in these Can-Am, these pretty cool ATVs. And we're fixing to find some bear and some fish, hopefully.
All right.
We'll see how it goes.
There you go.
there. Kodiak brown bear.
Get the tips of his ears, Tom. That makes- Okay, here we are over at the Sultry River, and I'm with this ugly Neanderthal named Tom. I'll get the camera off him. We've got a low tire on our ATV, and so we're waiting for our guide to come back with an air supply. Tom offered to inflate it orally, but I don't think he's got the lungs for it. And I left my patch kit with my raft at home, so we're out of luck. Anyway, there's the Sultry River over my ugly head in the distance. That little riffle right there is full of about 500 dollies, and we just had a blast. We caught both limited out on reds, and the limit is 5, so we got a bunch of reds to take home, and we got done early, so we're heading back early. Kind of a ugly day, but if you come to Kodiak, this is a great place to go. Check it out.
Caught a bunch of pinks too.
Caught a bunch of pinks too. Didn't want to admit it, but Tom, how'd you do on those pinks?
I did good.
All right. There's our ugly guide coming back. Sneaking up on me back there.
I didn't forget it. My dry bag's sitting right in the back.
Oh, for the love of Pete. You know, we're videotaping this
I
whole
was like,
thing.
you know what? I think I stuck it in the back of that bike. And I did.
What's going on there, Sean? Is this a full service Can you check the oil while you're at it?
You know what? We're gonna get this lickety split. Like pit crew. If you can fire up the bike for me, plug this bad boy in.
All right. It is under control. I've got food and competent people around me, so life is good. How do I shut this camera off? Here we go. Anyway, that's the Sultry River, and if you come to Kodiak, it'd be a great place to go. You have to take an ATV to get here, but it is fantastic. Saw a couple of bears today, not any real big ones. We saw a cub that's been orphaned, probably something ate its mama, and they saw another younger bear that came by, but neither one of them bothered us. They were just looking for salmon carcasses. All right. Did you see a wild goose over this way or something?
Yeah.
I think we're chasing it.
Well, it's Friday morning. We've gotten up and driven down to the Olds River. We're going to see if we can't catch some kings. There's a couple of folks just pulled in. He's already landed one. Got one on anyway. We're gonna walk upstream. You got a pink on there?
Yeah, it's just a pink. Yep, no king.
It's absolutely gorgeous. Well, here we are. We're walking up the Olds River. Saw a couple small king up in a hole, but we couldn't really get to them. So Mike and I are just walking up this river. It's really gorgeous. Water's kind of shallow, but we're waiting for the tide to come in. We're at the end. This is Pasagshak River. It's gorgeous along here. There's the entrance right there. There's some people down there fishing. we've got the downriggers going. We were trying to find some more salmon. Had a few pinks, but that's about it. No kings, silvers, but it's absolutely gorgeous out. He's our captain. That's his friend right there. There's that ugly guy right there. Well, we're making a run to a lingcod spot. Came across all these birds hitting bait fish.